Alright, so to start out, I'm going to give brief definitions on three words that you're probably already familiar with, so apologies for this. There's condensation, which happens obviously when something is colder than the air around it and then the water condenses on it. Then you've got precipitation, which is rain. And then you've got evaporation, which happens when water becomes too hot and turns into water vapor. So, fairly simple concepts to understand, but you wouldn't expect a 3-year-old to know about it. Well, 3-year-old me wanted to know about it, so that's what the story today is going to be about. Specifically, I will divulge why I wanted to know, what I did with the information, and why it's important to me. So, most toddlers are curious about things, and I was curious about things too. That's primarily what this story is about. Even now I have an odd desire to find out why things work and how they work. It really bothers me when people say, we know this happens, but we don't know why, or even worse, use this formula, but we're not going to explain how it works because you won't understand. But that's an entirely different rant about math, and we're not going to get into that. Anyway, so I had the same issue when I was a child. When I was young, not that I'm particularly old now, but when I was younger, I liked playing outside, especially after it rained and there were puddles on the ground. And what I didn't understand was where the puddle went. I understood that it rains, there's water on the ground, puddles happen. But why does it go away when it gets hotter outside? So I asked my mom, where'd the puddle go? And of course she just answered with, it dried up. But that wasn't good enough. I wanted to know exactly where it went. So when my mother finally explained the water cycle to me, not only did I understand it well enough to satisfy my own curiosity, but I was determined to tell everyone else exactly where the puddle went, because they deserved to know. And then, so I told my uncle specifically about the water cycle several times, because he asked, and he thought it was funny when I told him. Though I don't deny that I myself find the story amusing, it's also sort of important to me. The fact that I showed an interest in why things work at like 3 helps to reassure myself that I've chosen the right path in animal science. If 3-year-old me was that much of a scientist, then why can't adult me be a scientist? So, here we have it, a 3-year-old learning the water cycle and then telling everyone about it. It's an amusing story, but it's also important to myself, important to my identity as a scientist. So this little anecdote is not particularly important to your identities. I hope the story I told you today was entertaining, and thank you for listening. And audience, they're all still here.